Okay, before anyone attacks me, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I fucking love Star Wars. And honestly, I mean, who doesn't? Star Wars is one of the biggest franchises on the planet. I mean, in my family, it's practically a religion. My uncle's one of the biggest fans of this franchise in the world. He got me, my brother, my mum, my grandfather, everybody into it. It's amazing. But with the franchise under Disney and in the current time of everything getting a blinking reboot on the planet, man, with this coronavirus pandemic happening, my brain's been racking with ideas since film school is done for the Easter holidays, and I got to thinking, if I was redoing the prequels, who would I cast in the roles? Now, I'm not dissing anyone who likes the prequels, let me get that clear right off the bat. All the actors did a fine job in the prequels given what they were given to work with, because George Lucas had been out of the gate for about 20 years when he did episode 1, and I can understand that he might have been a bit rusty in the director's chair. This is just a fresh film student's perspective on who I would cast in the roles that we had already set up between episodes 4 and 6. So looking back to episodes 1, 2 and 3, let's recast some of the most important roles in the prequel trilogy. Now, clarification, yeah, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi was great. Lucas made a point when he was talking about doing Obi-Wan for the prequels. He said he wanted someone that was complementary to Alec Guinness's performance, but not do a copy of it, add to his performance, because he's younger, he's in a different place, and he's a very active Jedi. So we need an actor that is very physically capable on top of being a great actor. So my personal choice for a recast of Obi-Wan Kenobi in the prequels is Richard Madden. And for those who don't know, this is the man who primarily is known for playing Robb Stark in the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. If you watch him in that show, you see that he is a fully capable warrior. He has a sense of wisdom to him, and he also has the acting chops, especially in the later half of season 3. So you see that he is a great choice to play Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he also has a physical resemblance, like a younger side to Alec Guinness, so that's my choice, Richard Madden as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now for me, Padme is a bit of an interesting character because I feel like her personality should affect Leia's personality in the original trilogy. So she should be tough, kind of feisty, and a little bit of a rebellious side to her as well. So I wanted to choose an actor that embodies all these elements. So because of that, my choice to play Padme in this reimagined prequel trilogy is Elizabeth Gillis? Whatever. Her. I'm mainly going off of her performance in Destiny here. She has that feistiness and rebellious that a politician would need in this time, and again, it will also help foreshadow Leia's personality in the original trilogy. So again, and she's also really pretty as well, so Anakin would have a reason to fall for her. So Elizabeth Gillis as Padme. Now for me personally, Anakin is one of the biggest characters and most important actors that we need to cast, because Hayden Christensen, I thought he did great with what he was given. When he's not victim to the script, his facial expressions are absolutely fantastic. It's just the dialogue he was given and the direction he was given by Lucas that really made him fall flat. And honestly, his turn to the dark side in the Lucas version of the prequels was a bit off for me. So for me, I want an actor to play Anakin that has a darkness to him, just purely from visuals, but also has a soft side to him. Because ultimately Vader and Anakin are a tragic character. So my choice for Anakin Skywalker is Timothée Chalamet. Now, I know some people won't know this actor, but he is really up and rising, and he has given some really good performances recently. The one that springs to mind, and when I say that is Anakin, is on the Netflix film The King. His performance in that completely encapsulates what I always imagined Anakin to be. A good-hearted kid that has good intentions with what he wants to do with his life, but is ultimately a little selfish and honestly is not in complete control of his emotions, which brings in perfectly Palpatine and how he's able to emotionally manipulate him towards the dark side. So Timothée Chalamet for Anakin. Now this is another one where the Star Wars fans are probably going to try and attack me because, yeah, I'm just going to be frank here. You can't do any better for Palpatine than Ian McDiarmid. I mean, that dude basically is Palpatine. There's no denying that. Ian did such a fantastic job as Palpatine, and he was clearly having a lot of fun. So what I want to do is I want to try and take a different direction with Palpatine this time around. Which means, of course, if we want to do a different direction with Palpatine, we got to get a new actor to play him. So there is one actor that I've had in mind, and many people are not going to like it, but this is my list, and if you don't like it, please let me know who you would want down in the comments. My choice for the new Palpatine is Hugo Weaving. Now hear me out. Hugo has had so much experience in the sci-fi fantasy genre. You know, he was in Lord of the Rings, he was The Matrix, he was in Transformers, he was in Captain America, for God's sake. Look, my point is, he has enough experience in this genre, and I think he has enough in him to bring a new spin on this classic Emperor. So we'll see what he does, if he does ever want to do it, but that's just my pick for him. Hugo Weaving for Palpatine. So that's all I'm going to do today, because I'm sure the Star Wars fandom has already lit their pitchforks and torches and are already on their way to my house. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you don't like any of the suggestions, leave down below who you would want to see. That's all from me, you guys. Take care.